Hello Virgo, and welcome to your general reading. If you just found my channel, welcome and thank you for being here. Okay, Spirit, what's going on? Oh, I'm hearing hold on to the cards because there's a bunch that are going to start flipping out. Maybe there's a message there. Are people going to flip out? Oh, shoot. You know what? You can only control you and your response to it, right? Bottom of the deck, Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. Okay, closing door, completion. Eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Dragon's horde protecting the future. And there's the people gathering round the power of community. Now, there's people who are helpful. There's people who want the best for you. There's people who have your back, understand that, you need some wisdom if you need that, if you're learning something. Maybe someone is a mentor. Maybe you are a mentor to someone. I'm kind of getting that you need some like helpful encouragement and the people around you who support that goal, whatever your goal is. And I feel like you are learning, or maybe just now seeing clearly, geez Louise, like I need to do what's right for me and my future. That, if suddenly people find you have kind of pulled away or become, maybe withdrawn in a self-protective or healthy distance kind of a way, maybe you needed to do that. And I feel like the challenge in this is that maybe the relationship morphed. Maybe at one particular time, the person or group of people that you are considering, if this is resonating for you, maybe at one point that those relationships were supportive or helpful, and but to whose benefit? Like, what was the gain? I just saw 555. I feel like, Virgo, you are needing to sort of regroup, and whatever saddle and horse you're getting back up onto, I feel like it's taking you through another avenue, in another direction, because something, it has to be course corrected. And I do feel strongly that this is about personalities. This is either people who don't understand you or people who have maybe taken over because you let them. There can be that, and well-meaning people can say, well, like, here, let me come in and fix this for you, or let me do this for you. Then you're not learning. There's something there. Okay, so all right, I just heard from Spirit, we're going to do a you and them. And that them reference could be one person. It could be any gender, any relationship, but we're going to say you and we're going to say them. And which are we looking at first? Okay, we're looking at Virgo, you. Or if this is Crosswatcher, maybe this is you. So you'll know the energy when you see it. Oh, no. Drama, conflict, differing opinions, conflicting priorities, people who trigger the heck out of you. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's, Virgo, your energy, and only Virgo right now, Spirit. Virgo's energy, let's isolate that, and whatever this is. Again, if you feel like Five of Wands is the cause of you sort of pulling into yourself, closing the door on something, you might have needed to. Virgo's energy. Whoa, okay. All right, I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them. They're face up and I heard take them. Bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords. Okay, these three came out together. These two came out together. We have the Nine of Wands, the Emperor, and the Eight of Pentacles. We have Judgment, the Nine of Cups, the Six of Swords. Clearly, unequivocally, this is telling me you have been burned out, and this is you're owning it. This is a big decision you're making for your own well-being and your own happiness, right? Leaving the choppy waters, the drama, the stuff, like crap behind. And I love that because it feels to me like nobody is going to stand in your way. There's no headwind, there's no rocky, anything, like it's smooth sailing. But you're wounded, you're needing to sort of recover your energy. I want to get an area of focus for you. Spirit, that's the way it came through for me. An area of focus for Virgo. Courage. I got this. I got this. Bottom of the deck, love. With love comes self-love, compassion, forgiveness, trying not to resent anyone for being a challenge for you. This could be a bit of a test. Like, can you do this, Virgo? Can you kind of pick yourself back up? Can you overcome something? So, oops, I'm going to make sure you can see this. Here, I'll just put this up here. Courage. Okay, Virgo, we're going to look at them. Again, one person, any gender or group of people. Oops. New deck. What is their energy? We have the Fool. Your person or your group of people. Let's look at the energy of the person or people around you, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Swords reverse, Virgo. I got to the point where I laid this card down. I had to pause and clear my throat. I thought I hit record again, and I didn't. So I read for about another 20 minutes. And could I just dig into Spirit said those were profound messages. I don't know why that happens, or, what is the message? Like, maybe it's a good time to pause and think about what came out. And I know that now, re-recording this, I haven't even described what this is. But now I already know the outcome of the reading. So if you're like, wow, the card shifted, that's why. This person is so anxious to talk to you, to make things right. And I feel like whether they have had some choices to make, another relationship to work through, something they knew weighed on their mind about you, they're so anxious to talk to you. Okay, Spirit. Spirit's going to help me retrace and pull the cards from the decks that came out, because the message was really, really specific. Okay, where did we go from here? We looked at their energy. So you're coming through with courage. You moved forward, wounded, but you moved forward. This person, I feel, is realizing there was something worth expressing. I need to do that. And they're coming through. It was upright. They're coming through with truth. They want to talk. Now from here, I said, what have they worked through? Like, what's going on with them? Now let me make sure that I take them from the right part of the deck. Okay, these. Yes. We are looking at the evolving soul. And this feels pretty powerful. They've done some changing. We have honesty and integrity. And as with the first video, I'm not going to read these. You can pause. I know YouTube usually spatters the bottom of it with crap, so I'll put them up high. But if you need to, just pause and read through these, do. So we have honesty and integrity, perspectives, healing over giving, demonstrating kindness, the new me. There has been something significant that this person, that was the bottom of the deck earlier, they are realizing what I give, I get back. And I feel like that's why we see this Six of Pentacles. There could be, well, I know there is something that was shown to this person, something they are now reflecting upon, and they're quite anxious to like break the ice, come towards you, talk to you, and maybe somebody else did them dirty. Ten of Swords reverse. If they did you dirty, they're like, wow, that made things in my life just kind of crumble. And maybe I didn't realize it at the time, but now I understand. And, I want to fix this. I want to heal this. And then I asked Spirit, what's the crux of the message here? What does Virgo need to understand about what's happening in the relationship? What is it that was shown to them, shown to you? And here we go. Oh, bottom of the deck of the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck was breakthrough. And to me, this is a profound realization that, oh my gosh, I need to do this. Like Dorothy, you've worn those ruby slippers kind of energy. Like, I get it now. So here's what came out. All right, we have live your soul's purpose, signs and synchronicities. And I'm getting that this person sees your name. They see dates associated with you, hear music associated with you. It's a little in their face. So they're triggered. They're triggered. And they are seeking something for a better understanding of what happened. And it's interesting, yearning for knowledge. You're a student of life. And I feel like through connecting with Spirit, through understanding that has come from their connection to Spirit, perhaps, they've been settling their energies. They've been understanding, they own where this goes. They own what next steps come in your relationship. I feel like the student is ready. And maybe you taught one another something really significant about yourselves through this connection. I then asked Spirit, and I hope you don't mind I'm doing this. It was a powerful reading. And in the way that I'm reciting this a second time, if other things come to me, great. But I feel like Spirit is wanting us to look at what came out because it's significant. Sacred soulmates, I said, what is the energy they're bringing to you now? Okay. Bottom of the deck, distance. Too much distance to maintain this connection. I feel like there's silence. Four of Swords reverse. They want to break that silence. Okay. What's going on? We have white flag. Someone wants another chance to make things right. The desire to do things better. Perseverance. Now, if they felt that there was, a roadblock or barrier that they couldn't overcome, I think they're realizing that they have the power to change this if they choose to do that. We had external party in reverse. And, I don't always read this that way unless Spirit says, like with any deck, that's a reversal. There's no third party. There's an understanding maybe that third party involvements have been messy. They've learned some lessons, and so have you. And I feel like this soul's desire to resolve what has really gone kind of sideways for them is a big part of this breakthrough. Like, wow, different choices can yield different results. And then we have new patterns. This person is wanting to do something different. This person is wanting to show you a better version of themselves. Okay, okay, there it is. I was going to say, did I show that? I did show that. Got it. I might be going out of order. Forgive me, but Spirit is guiding me back to the decks. So then I asked, what is the energy of your connection now? For those of you who resonate, this is a romantic interest, and I feel like for probably the majority of you, it is. Here's what came through. Friendly support. My question was, what is this relationship evolving into? I feel like there is some kindness and compassion demonstrated, and maybe in both directions. Like, maybe that's part of their truth. Like, I didn't like fully support you. I wasn't there for you. I was going through my own junk and I needed to figure that out. This can also be a mentor sort of vibe for two people. I mean, remember, we have teacher student. This is a learning opportunity, whatever it's been. And two people who are awakened and on a path of growth and enlightenment, you can look at it this way. It isn't the drudgery of how it hurt, or the truth that wasn't spoken, or the betrayal that happened, or the third party, whatever, disappointments. This is, we walked this path for a reason, and we've both grown from this. Self-love. And maybe you both needed to learn how to get there in your own, in your own lives before you could show it to one another. I'm also getting, this is new to this one, I'm also getting strong boundaries. Yeah. Honest communication. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. This person does want to talk, and that is what came out in the very last chunk of cards, which I'm going to fish back out. And we have holiday. Enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life. You may take a break together. You may get away together. Okay, this is what they're going to do next. These are the cards that came out. The bottom of the deck, Temperance. I feel like they're coming to you, to the connection, with a very different energy. I feel like this is, sort of healing and self-soothing, moderation I'm hearing. Okay, what are they going to do next? All right. This was the first card out, the Knight of Wands. Now don't be alarmed by that. The Knight of Wands is that they're kind of reinvigorated. Okay? They are being very observant of themselves, maybe of you. We have the Page of Swords, then we have the Empress, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Wands. They want to communicate. They want to move this forward. Now, I clarified these, and let me see if I can bring them out in the order, because I just stacked them right back on the deck, and I hadn't shuffled. Thank God. The Knight of Wands, we have Strength and the Hanged Man. Maybe they are holding themselves back from passion. If this was about passion, maybe they're tempering that. The Page of Swords was the Three of Wands and the Six of Swords. I think they're observing you. I do. I feel like they're wondering if you've moved on. Remember, you had the Six of Swords in your energy. So I feel like this is okay. What am I going to do? And if this person has now realized that I need to come to this connection from a place of love and compassion, that is what I feel the Empress is representing. We have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Maybe there's a realization, there's a lot of love here. And if I'm going to, maybe catch Virgo before Virgo runs off and begins a brand new relationship, I better speak my truth, right? There's the truth. And they're burdened by this. Now, if they're burdened by another connection, you could read it this way. I didn't. Third party, we have third party, it came out in reverse. And maybe there was someone they gave attention to. Either they had to, maybe it was, a family situation, and a co-parenting kind of thing, and it took their time and energy. Read it that way then, if that applies to you. But then the last cards that I pulled were to clarify the Eight of Wands, and that is the Chariot and the Four of Wands. This person wants to move it forward, and they know that the only way to move it forward, to have victory, to have this 1111 Four of Wands energy, is to talk. Now I want to tell you something that you can't see now because I'm not shuffling real time. You're just going to have to trust me. So this was important enough not to start over, let's just say that. And I listened to Spirit's guidance. But when I had out this deck, when I was shuffling this set of cards, I saw Twin Flame. I saw, let's see, well, yeah, there it is. Was it Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine? I forgot, but there were, past life connection, that's what it was, past life. So this is a very strong connection. It feels like a connection that has been overshadowed by some really difficult things that now, maybe time apart has given you this clarity, this clarity. But I do feel like what they want in the future is an opportunity to express themselves. So I asked Spirit, what comes next in this connection? Uh-oh, what deck was that? Oh no, where is it? Oh yeah. Okay, thank you. What are you going to realize about this person? And I got patterns. They're becoming self-aware. They've learned that what they've experienced again and again, square one, right? Square one, has to come to an end. And then love yourself. Learn to love yourself for all the unique and beautiful qualities you possess. Love for yourself must precede love for another. And the bottom of the deck, they don't want to fight. So this may have ended with some harsh words. What do they want to say to you? Yes. This one. Bottom of the deck, when I'm alone, I break down. Where there's a will, there's a way. You might have ghosted this person, Virgo. There needs to be some honest communication. You might have said, deal with your stuff, please. I got to go deal with mine. You're in the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles energy. You're just doing you. And I feel like there's a strength to you that maybe they're observing like, fudge, where did that come from? Things are not as they appear. I'm working on something behind the scenes, and I'm getting like this is a readiness to approach and come clean. Now, in the first reading, Metatron is winking at me. Oh my God. In the first reading, I said, can we get like some timing? And I heard no. Can I just get an angelic message then?